Hey guys, welcome to Solo ReacTalk. Today I'm going to be reacting to a video requested. It's called Ross's Game Dungeon Spiderbot. Been requested by the newbie to react to this video. If you want to check out my previous reactions to other Ross Game Dungeon videos, remember the playlist card will be at the top. Just click on it and be able to access them. If you want to check out the original video as well as Accursed Farm's YouTube channel, the links are in the description below. Spiderbot, never heard of it, never seen it before, and yeah, let's see what it's all about. 3, 2, 1, go.
Prepare to be spider-botted.
That was no spider though. That was no spider.
Hi, welcome to the Game Dungeon. Hope you're ready for some more aliens. I've covered a few games with aliens already, but I'm not done yet. It's not even that I'm really keen on aliens. It's more that when I look back on the games that left an impact on me, then yep, aliens keep coming up. So today we're looking at Spiderbot. This is, well, it's a platformer. Yeah, let's go with that. Platformer.
It looks like one of those, those cartridge games. You know, when you had, before we had PlayStations and Xboxes, we had those, what was mine called again? Telegame stations. Yeah, something like that. It acts like a console. You just have those cartridges that you put inside the console, and then you're able to play, I think, like 50 games that it has on it. And one of them, of course, is Mario, and like Olympics games and tank wars, and just different variations of games. But it had this kind of platform to it, if I can say it like that. Yeah.
I played this game as a kid, and I think it affected my life development, and not necessarily in a good way. You know that famous line, "You can't handle the truth"? Well, I might have been a little young to handle this much truth. Let's get started. Okay, now I want you to put yourself in my perspective. You're playing this game for the first time, you have no manual, and this is what you see.
Okay. Yeah, it looks green. There's some green everywhere, and there's some concrete walls. I'm not sure what's gonna happen there. It doesn't look like a spider still. Spiderbot. I think this is the Spiderbot. It still doesn't look like a spider. But okay.
We're in this overgrown techno jungle. You can move your robot around with the joystick. The fire button fires a net. And that's it. This is all you get. None of the keys on the keyboard do anything different.
And you still don't have a menu? Not a menu, like a brochure to tell you like what's going on in the game? Nothing? No instructions? Okay.
I mentioned this before, but again, this is a good example of how Commodore 64 games could be so damn cryptic. I can't even get out of the first room! See, in a typical Nintendo game at the time, you could be pretty sure that pressing the controller buttons would do something seemingly helpful. Mario can jump, Link swings his sword, but oh no. The Commodore 64, if you don't have a manual, you better roll the dice and hope you can figure out what you're looking at. Well, thankfully, I was able to figure some of this game out. If you hold down, then hit up quickly, the robot will jump straight up. There is no horizontal jumping, only vertical.
And how long do you think it would take someone to figure that out? Because if it were me, I think I would have never found that out, and I would have given up on the game. I'm so impatient, like I need to have the details. I need to know what I'm doing here. I need to know how to operate with this, this gaming character. I need to know these things from the get-go. If I don't know and I'm expected to search it out.
This is already counterintuitive to most platformers because you can jump partially through some platforms and work your way up. Sometimes the platforms are solid, sometimes they're not. There actually is a somewhat complicated set of conditions governing when you can jump and when you can't, but it's not obvious at all.
And this game doesn't have music. Or maybe Ross kind of switched it off, maybe, I don't know. But it doesn't have any music.
I didn't realize this as a kid, but looking at it now, I can see this adds a touch of madness to the game. You can't trust your lying eyes or your past memory. Reality is seemingly changing in every room. Or is it? Ooh! Anyway, this game is non-linear. You can wander around and explore the area, and it's very alien. It becomes obvious you're supposed to use your net to capture these creatures. What is this? A koala bear rabbit hybrid? Well, you're going in the net. Also,
It looks like you're a Pokemon catcher. Gotta catch 'em all.
so after you capture them, you get to see them caged up down here, still moving around. It's obvious your robot is smaller than they are, though. So does it use some sort of trans-dimensional storage unit? Like Doctor Who with the TARDIS, or Ghostbusters with the containment unit?
Maybe.
Who knows? But I find them still moving around and they are slightly unnerving. Okay, we may as well get this out of the way that the most obvious game to compare this to is Metroid. That's another non-linear platformer that takes place in an underground alien world that you explore. Now you might think this game copied Metroid, but no, it didn't. Even though I'm playing Spiderbot, which came out in '87, this is just a re-release.
Is that like the final transformation of the Spiderbot? Okay.
The original game was called Iraq, which, best I can tell, came out in August of '86, the same month Metroid came out in Japan. So this is original, or at least it's not copying Metroid. Plus, even though Metroid is also alien and mysterious, you're playing the heroic space warrior. The gameplay makes sense. You hear triumphant music from the beginning, letting you know that you can do this. Now back to Spiderbot. Cryptic gameplay, no music. Oh, and this game has a timer. It reminds you half the time you try to jump. Beautiful. Open-ended.
So anytime you jump, the timer shows itself. Wow. Yeah. How did you get this game, Ross? How did you come by this game and play it and be so patient with it? Because honestly, wow.
Exploration and timers go together like bread and motor oil. This all adds up to create a vibe where the game is making it clear that it doesn't care about you. It's just here to inform you that you have half an hour to live. Meanwhile, Metroid gives you as long as you want to play the game. And the only timer is for whether or not you get a striptease on top of that. This is not Metroid. You are not the hero. You're just some maintenance droid performing its protocols.
Yeah, I can see that. Like, literally, you're just capturing these things and then I don't know what happens. Like, what are you supposed to do with all of these creatures after you've caught them?
I mean, I'm assuming we don't know anything. All we know is this place is strange and you're forcibly capturing all these aliens so they can thrash around inside you. Why are we doing this? What is our goal here? Are we even the good guy?
I don't think there is a good guy or a bad guy in this. It's just your job. You're a machine and this is what your purpose is. To capture these creatures. For who? Who ordered you to do all of this? We don't know. Why? We don't know. You know, what is the end result of these creatures being captured? We also don't know. Huh.
What is any of this? Spiderbot! Aesthetically, this game feels a little more intense, too. These bugs are large, plus they're a little unnerving because they move like real bugs. Erratic and unpredictable. They'll even stop for a while, then resume without warning. The wall worms here are sort of like the monsters from Tremors, though they predate that. But they do resemble those brain parasites from Star Trek too. Except, of course, they're a lot bigger. As a kid, I looked at this game and thought, this is what alien worlds are like. No explanation, no discernible higher purpose, everything is just alien. I mean, it's fascinating, but...
No, but this is like extremely alien. Almost... I don't know, like madness in some sort of way. You know, even with alien worlds, there would be some sort of order that, you know, even we humans could understand. But this is just, I don't understand. Like, it's just beyond us, or beyond me. Yeah, I don't know about you guys who are watching, but me, I cannot understand.
It's also slightly terrifying. The game raised so many questions for me. Like, are these little guys here sentient and we're just a pre-programmed bot designed to capture them for God knows what?
I think they are sentient. You know, just they don't have. They're just animalistic. Yeah, they're just animals that you're capturing. Really, yeah.
Look, they'll freak out when I get close to them. They know. Am I just part of a process that's going to turn these into alien dog food? Is this actually a horror game I'm playing and I'm only seeing the first step here? Spiderbot! You know how kids will stare at the stars and wonder what's out there? Well, I feel like this game bypassed that in my childhood and just handed me the answers. Spiderbot, that's what's out there. Maybe I should have thought about if I really wanted that question answered before I asked it, huh?
Oh no, man, no, not Spiderbot as an example of what's out there. No.
So as a kid, I mostly just wandered around hopelessly in this alien world, both fascinated and disturbed, until I eventually ran into an inescapable dead end or my robot died. And that was the lesson I took away from this. There are—
Oh, so your robot can die. Alright. Now I'm wondering, can the alien creatures also kill you? Or are they just mainly trying to avoid you, trying to hide, trying to run away from you? Is that all they do, or can they also attack you? Are there some creatures that can attack you?
There are strange things out there that we will never understand. And everything we think we know and care about in this world has no relevance in the larger universe. Even if we could experience it, we would just get lost and die. Spiderbot! Now, revisiting this for Game Dungeon, I'm noticing some more things. First, the existence of the God Fist may destroy my original theory entirely. This suggests that this may not be an alien world after all. This could just be Earth way in the future.
I don't think so. There might be aliens with human-like features, like a hand. Who's to say that aliens should have 3 fingers, or 4 fingers, or 1 or 2 fingers or something, What if they have human appendages as well? Just a different skin tone, color, or texture. So, it can still be aliens. Yeah. Okay, there's a truck here collecting refuse. Sorry, guys.
And that could make sense, since a lot of this technological area is overgrown with all this natural vegetation. Humanity may have gone extinct hundreds of years ago, but I'm just some robot still running my old programming to grab these specimens for further analysis.
That's an interesting notion. Yeah, it's possible.
What does the future look like in 5,000 years?
Spiderbot!
Spiderbot! It's not that far out of sight. In the history of the Earth, or even life itself, we are the smallest blip on the radar. I've read that proportionally, if the Earth was formed 12 hours ago, then humanity would have come into existence less than 2 seconds before midnight. And there's no guarantee how long we're going to last, either. This isn't really any more comforting than my first theory. Now you might say, Ross, this is just a game. You're not supposed to take it seriously. Well,
when a game provokes thought and debate, it does become serious, because it sticks in your mind for a very long time. It can be with you for many years to come. So I think that's what happened with Ross in terms of Spiderbot. He had these thoughts in his mind, and it's been in his mind for a very long time. So it is a very serious thought for him. It might not be the same for most of us, but for him, it's very important. So yeah.
Well, okay, that's fair, but then how are you supposed to interpret a game like this? Yeah, I don't know either. Now, the good news is that since we're in the future, some people out there have actually figured out how this game works. You can release these creatures to perform different functions. I think I figured that out as a kid, though it was never obvious to me what any of them did. I was afraid of them. Anyway, I watched a playthrough of this game, and I can say with confidence, I doubt I would have figured it out on my own. Like, I have to sacrifice the koala bunny to the God Fist so we can have a new keychain, then that gives me my abdomen so I can become Spiderbot. even though I only have 2 legs.
That is so weird.
Once you become Spiderbot, you can explore the upper regions, which is a confusing mess of technology and laser gates that don't seem to do anything, and sentry drones that attack you at all times. While you can shoot back, these things are relentless. Look at this, they'll even match my altitude exactly. Going through this area is like wading through a swamp and trying not to get bit by mosquitoes. Now that I have access to a manual, decades after the fact, it implies these creatures here do something to help, but their explanation, like everything else, is cryptic. So I've beaten the game, and I'm still not sure what half of these creatures do. Plus, I think the only purpose of this one was to sacrifice it to the Godfist. But hey, also in the manual is the full story of Spiderbot, what eluded me all these years. You ready for this? Here it is, one paragraph. Deep within the Citadel, 3 runaway chemical reactors are rapidly approaching meltdown. These time bombs threaten to devastate the surrounding electronic jungle. The only remaining spider droid has been sent into the territory of the Citadel to find and defuse the reactors. So this clears up nothing.
Yeah, like who sent the Spiderbot? Who did that? And what is the purpose of collecting all of these creatures? You know, and repurposing them for what exactly? Yeah, I still don't understand about that either. So, okay.
I see nothing in here that says humanity isn't extinct. This could all be automated. So let's see the ending. I find and take out the chemical reactors, and ta-da! An ending worthy of Windows Solitaire. Afterwards, it informs you how much of the map you explored.
51%, not bad.
Now, I'm pretty sure I explored the entire thing, but not in half an hour I didn't. And here's my proof. I made a map. It is very likely no one besides the designer has ever seen the full map of this game until now. Some stuff looks totally broken, but that's just how the game is. This is about 99% accurate. But the big question is, does something special happen if you beat the game with 100% of the map explored? Probably not, but you never know with this stuff.
I mean, what would they add if you've completed 100%? What kind of power would they add, or what kind of additional ability would you get? I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think they would give any prize or any kind of reward for finishing 100%. I think the reward is in itself 100%. You know, congratulations, you have achieved something that most people would never even dare to attempt, because they'll lose patience with the game. Mainly me. Yeah.
Maybe the robot does a striptease for you. Okay, awards. Godfist. And that's Spiderbot, a game that's changed my life, and I imagine
That's it? Okay.
deep inside my unconscious mind, it looks a little like this. I actually credit this game as the reason I don't do drugs. Not Dare, not McGruff, no. I never wanted to expand my mind that way because I already knew what I might find. More Spiderbot. Okay, stay tuned for the next episode for a break from aliens. Well, mostly, for Deus Ex, a better game which is really not like this at all. Until next time, appreciate Earth and the present, because this is what the future looks like.
Okay, guys, that's it with Ross's Game Dungeon Spiderbot. Yeah, the game, like I said before, I'm impatient and I would have already given up on the game. I mean, if it doesn't have a manual, if it doesn't have a backstory about what you're doing, how you're doing it, why you're doing it, what are these creatures, what are they meant for, who made them, why are they here, you know, all of this backstory, if it doesn't have the world building around it, then I'm not going to be interested in playing it, you know. when Ross said that this might possibly be the future, far-flung future of Earth, and Spiderbot is here collecting these specimens of creatures that have been created. That's a very terrifying thought right there, that humanity never succeeded and Earth is reduced to these things crawling around and a machine collecting them. That's very sad. That is a very sad future. But yeah, the game is a no from me. It's a no from me. But yeah, like I said, Ross has patience. He has patience to play games like this, and I'm impressed by that, because like I've said before, if it were me, I'm chucking it out. Okay guys, that's it for today with Ross's Game Dungeon. Remember, if you want to check out the original video as well as Accursed Farm's YouTube channel, the links are in the description below. If you like my reaction, please give me a like, comment and subscribe to my channel. Click on the notification bell if you want to be up to date with my latest videos. And I'll see you guys next time. Okay? Bye-bye.